Alright, welcome back guys to the channel. We're doing something new this week on the channel. We're going to start featuring battle teams that I have personally made and taking them onto the rank ladder. And this week's first video is featuring a very particular pick that is near and dear to my heart, Arboliva. Yes, you've heard it here. We're running this really cool Arboliva team with featuring Choice Scarf, Annihilate, Wide Lens Maushold, Life Orb Dingo, Clovercloak Gastrodon, shout out to the blue Gastro lovers, and Booster Energy Roaring Moon. This is a really fun team that I was testing out on Showdown ladder. It did really well, and I wanted to take it to the Battle Stadium ladder. This whole new series that we're going to start doing is going to be something that I'm going to bring regularly more to the channel and start doing more battle content and creating more teams for people that you watch and enjoy would like to use. If you're interested in playing this team, there's going to be a rental code at the end of the video. So please do stick around and you will get access to that code. But for now, let's get right into the battle. Alright, so the season has reset, so we're starting straight out of Great Ball tier. Gonna be looking for an opponent. Oh, we got somebody really quick. Cool Raptor. So are they trying to be like Walking Wake? Shout out to the new Protomons. So we do see our opponent here with a Brute Bonnet Gastro. They got the wrong Gastro though. Roaring Moon, Talonflame, Fluttermane, and Great Tusk. So this is a very we have two similar mons. What could we do here? Well, I mean, the Maushold has Faint. Curious if it might be beneficial for us to do Fan and then get rid of the Talonflame, but I don't think I'm too worried about Tailwind getting set up because we're kind of slow anyway. It could be bad though if like a Roaring Moon and Roaring Moon Showdown. What I'm actually thinking about doing is going Dingo Maushold, Arboliva, and Roaring Moon. Yeah, let's try that. So the reason I decided to pick these four is because I could see myself getting put in a situation where I don't really need to Terra Arboliva as long as I can get rid of the Great Tusk because of Arboliva's just like amazing bulk. And I'm gonna either have to Terra Dingo or Roaring Moon here. But we also have to get rid of Fluttermane. Okay, so it looks like we might have to Terra Roaring Moon. I mean, Dingo. But maybe not. Maybe it can be avoided. Alright, I'm gonna go for Pop Bomb into the Great Tusk. And then Protect into the Dingo and stall. Yeah, I like that. So I don't think they want to close combat the Maushold here. It's not a major threat as opposed to the Dingo. Because I think they can safely just Tailwind, yeah, and then click EQ. They have no really big risk factor. They do hit the EQ and they don't Terra, which is really nice, which means our Maushold should survive with the nice bit of bulk that we have. So this is a decent turn one for us. Preserving our Maushold, yeah, Maushold ate that up like a champ. As long as Maushold does not miss. Okay. I think that's 5, that's 6, 7. We have some rolls to pick up here, some where we not. If we get one crit, we could. Okay, we don't, but this is still fine. Because what happens here now is that we get to click Faint. They can't Protect, and they probably won't even try to. And they'll probably go for a Brave Bird into our Maushold, which is fine because we don't need Maushold after this, and we might be able to pick up the Talonflame. What I'm more tempted to do is actually really put some offensive pressure on them and just nasty plot, which I'm actually tempted to do here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's do that. Alright, we should be able to pick up Great Tusk here. Awesome, beautiful. So Great Tusk does go down. Nice, perfect. So they do Brave Bird. There was no Flare Blitz. I was a little bit worried. That Maushold survives. Wow. Maushold holds, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. This Maushold's so good. Oh my goodness. I'm a big fan of Maushold, if you don't already know. I'm a little bit biased since it did so well for me in San Diego, but man, this mon is just too good. So now we're just doing an immense amount of offensive pressure into them. So because Maushold can redirect here, right? I can safely actually follow me and make it rain, since Flutter Mane should go first. The problem is they might protect, and if they do, I'm fine with that, and it would cause me not to have to Terra. But this is assuming that this is this is assuming that this is specs Flutter Mane or not, and if the Flutter Mane outspeeds. So we're gonna see if this Flutter Mane protects. Flutter Mane does not protect, so it might be Talonflame going first here. Okay, nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful exchange. Sure, we'll take some Brave Bird chip and some Life Orb chip here, but all in all, this is still very good considering the circumstance. So that goes to show that Flutter Mane is faster than Talonflame. We get rid of Talonflame here, which is really nice for our Roaring Moon. This is also good for our Arboliva endgame here. Also for our Goldingo. So there's a lot of potential here, so what they could have in the back. I think I want to go Arboliva, actually, and save the Roaring Moon. Yeah, because I had a feeling they might have Brute Bonded in the back. Okay. So what I'm thinking here, what we could do, is just Pollen Puff our Goldingo. Because if we Terra here, we can take pretty much any hit, or we could Pollen Puff. We could protect and Pollen Puff the Brute Bonnet, but I'm not really threatened by it at all. I kind of just want to break a Sash here and go into Leech Seed onto the Flutter Mane and bring some healing on and just trap it in. And just stall the turn. This could be a little bit passive, but it could be a little bit safe as well, since the Goldingo already has so much offensive pressure as it is. Hollow Puffing might have been better just to get rid of Brute Bonded and let it be a 3v1 versus Flutter Mane. I'm not sure if it KOs. Yeah, because I can see them Sucker Punching here. Yeah. And they do Mystic Fire and Sucker Punch. And we do get a Leech Seed off, which is really, really nice for our endgame with Arboliva here. So now we're just trapping them in with Leech Seed. I don't know if the Flutter Mane's locked into Mystical Fire, but this is nice because what this will do is allow us to Pollen Puff and Nasty Plot here. I personally think we might want to Terra our Goldingo. Actually, we don't have to. It's a little bit punishable. We could Flying Terror and Nasty Plot. Okay, we'll do that. And Pollen Puff our Goldingo here. This might seem a little bit greedy, but it's nice to avoid the Sucker Punch now that we know they have it. Where we can protect our Goldingo and then Pollen Puff the Brute Bonnet on this following turn, hopefully. Depending on what they go for here. They do go for a Sucker Punch indeed. And they Mystical Fire the Arboliva, respecting the threat there. Which is fine because this actually gives us Grassy Terrain healing on top of the Leech Seed healing. But now they really got to try to get rid of my Goldingo here. Because now we're healing back up to full. Even if they Mystical Fire, my Arboliva is still looking fantastic here. Because now I can just actually double attack. If they lock themselves into Mystical Fire, Roaring Moon should always beat the Flutter Mane. And they have to pick a target, essentially. Because Sucker Punch will never take out Goldingo now. Because of the bulk that we do have. So we can go for a Pollen Puff into this slot and go for Make It Rain now. So even if they double up the Goldingo, okay, yeah, this is fantastic actually. They go after the Arboliva, which may seem bad for us, but this is great because now we'll get rid of the Flutter Mane, which is the biggest threat to our Roaring Moon in the back. And that again, like that's if they're not specs, which I'm pretty safe to assume that they are. So we'll get a big make a ring off, get rid of the Flutter Mane, and get a nice free switch in for our Roaring Moon in the back. Beautiful. We'll see the boost energy proc here. Awesome. We're pretty much safe to just go for acrobatics, make it rain now. I don't even think like Sucker Punch crit could even pick up the Goldingo if they wanted to go for that, but then in that process I would still get 2 acrobatics off, assuming that they even let us do that. They don't go for the Sucker Punch, so they just let it get to make rain off. We are faster with the Goldingo here and into the Bubonic, so that will be a clean KO and a clean W. So Arboliva and Roaring Moon both got to come to this game. This was really cool. Nice. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh man, I actually played this team before. I don't know whose team this is. If I'm not mistaken, it should be Blizzard Aurora Veil Booster Energy Iron Bundle. And it was like Icy Wind, Earth Power, or Energy Ball Blizzard, Protect, Abomasnow, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and it also might be Tailwind Scizor. Okay. So, first impressions, like, Gastro is good, actually, here, because of how, like, it punishes... With its Terra, it punishes Palafin. It also does really good into the Abomasnow and the bundle. And the Scizor. And in theory, the Dragonite. So we got a lot to consider here. I think we'll go Mouse, Annihilate, Gastro in the back. Arboliva and Roaring Moon are a little bit rough here, but we could actually go Goldingo. Alright, we'll do that. It's amazing to see Murkrow going on and doing so well at not only like at our last event in Knoxville regionals, but also like I've been seeing it on ladder like a lot. Okay, so our opponent does lead Bundle and Abomasnow. There's no booster energy though. Okay, so there's a lot to risk here because of the fact that they have the snow boost and they also can protect. It's all about, to me right now, who has the sash. I would imagine Pop Bomb Bundle could pick up, but that also would give them the Aurora Veil. So I'm gonna Pop Bomb the Abomasnow and just Final Gambit the Bundle because we outspeed it. And if they're not sash, we just get rid of Bundle here, which is fantastic. Because then allowing them to set up the Aurora Veil, it can be really bad for us here. So I think we'll do that. They do go for the Protect, which is pretty unfortunate, I will not lie to you. Because this means Final Gambit will be doing less, but they do go for a double Protect. Okay, well this is really good then. Sure, we're locked in a Final Gambit here, but now we have shown that we're not the standard Annihilate set, and we're putting off a lot of pressure here. They just double protect a Scout, which is, you know, pretty good. They don't have a good switch in to Final Gambit outside of maybe... Murkrow. I'm tempted to double the bundle here because we can beat the Abomasnow. Well, do I really care if they set up Tailwind? Not really, right? Actually, I'm gonna Pop Bomb the Abomasnow then, and then still Final Gambit the bundle. If they switch, they switch. They do not switch. Are you sashed? You are not sashed. So we don't allow them to set up Veil here, which is really nice. And our mouse will be able to go off and get a pop bomb here. Again, they will have the defense boost because of the snow, so this probably won't be doing a lot because, yeah, this is a really bulky Abomasnow. But we will chunk it down, which is really nice for our Goldingo and our Gastro that are in the back. Okay. They do set up Aurora Veil with the Abomasnow, though. That's unfortunate. So they're double Aurora Veil. Okay. Since Gastro is good into, like, so much of their team, I think we'll go Gastro here and just tear it outright. And then save our Goldingo to try to clean up in the end game. Okay, it is Murkrow, though. That's not bad. Alright, I think what we're going to want to do here... I think we'll go for a Pop Bomb into the Abomasnow. Or Protect, calling their Protect. Not a bad idea. We could actually double Protect the Scout, which isn't a bad call either. And it can stall the Snow, which actually can help us in a lot. And install the Aurora Veil. Yeah, let's do that. Let's double Protect like they did previous turn. Would be bad if they set up Tailwind here, I'm not going to lie. Because they potentially can. If they do, it's not the worst thing in the world. Because again, like, we already get outsped with what we have in the back through most of their team. That is bad. Didn't expect that. Okay, they do go for the Leaf Storm. I kind of want to double the... Scizor here. It's putting so much pressure onto our team. Because again, like, Goldingo can deal with the Abomasnow in the end game, and they've already showed Aurora Veil, Protect, and Leaf Storm now. So if they Leaf Storm, they'll be -2, and then hard pressed to switch. They are going to Terra something here. It is the Scizor. Is it Steel Terra? Awesome. This is actually really good for us because now we get a really big Earth Power off. They're gonna go for Bullet Punch into our mouse here, which is unfortunate, but don't think we'll take a Technician, Bullet Punch, Terra Steel +2 from Scizor, but we should be able to live the turn with our Gastrodon here, which is really good. Okay, unfortunate that we lose Maushold. Should have attacked last turn when we had the offensive pressure doing such a passive turn. But they do Leaf Storm, which gets them to -2, and yeah, Gastrodon takes that very, very well. Okay, so Scizor lives to fight another day, and it gets a Spadef drop, which is nice. That's really good for Goldingo. It's weakness policy, Scizor. Okay. Alright, in hindsight, this is going to come down to who does a Scizor target here. Because right now, we're not really threatened by the Abomasnow. Well, based off of what they have, I don't think they bring Palafin here because of Gastro. So I'm going to call them going after the Goldingo here and go after the Scizor with the Gastrodon. Because again, like, Abomasnow is not really doing much here. He would have to fish for a freeze with Blizzard, and he possibly will switch out right here anyway, so that he could reset the snow. Not that he really needs it, but it'll help him with Blizzard spam in the end game, and he'll also reset his special attack drops. I do feel like the Goldingo's putting a lot of pressure onto both of these mons now, especially with the special attack drop, special defense drop on the Scizor. But the Scizor's got a lot of offensive pressure here. Do not get me wrong at all. It's all about if they're gonna call me being Specs or being Protect here. They do go for the Bullet Punch into the Goldingo, which we do call correctly, which is really nice. So all we have to do is avoid a Blizzard Freeze if they potentially do go for that too. So they are going to go fish for the freeze here. Gastrodon, please. Blue Slug, the best slug ever. And you know what? I'm so foolish. I forgot we have Cobra Cloak. I can never get frozen. So this is why we have Cobra Cloak Gastro. It is so good here. We do get rid of the Scizor, which is putting an immense amount of offensive pressure here. So this is really, really huge. It's amazing to think about how, like, they went Steel Terra and that Earth Power almost, like... Okay, they actually have Dragonite in the back, which is really nice for us here. So, But as I was saying, it was really crazy to see how much Earth Power did, considering that they had Aurora Veil. Alright, so on this board state, I think we just nasty plot here and go for an Ice Beam into the Dragonite. We'll break a potential multi-scale on the Dragonite if they have it. They do protect, which is fine. They're trying to get us down to our minus drops, and they're going to click EQ, unfortunately. If they're Banded Dragonite, this is definitely going to hurt, but I don't know if it'll pick up. Since it's not Terra. It does pick up our Gastrodon, unfortunately. I would say that that's Banded then. That's really unfortunate. Yeah. Man, this is a really close one. If we just got rid of... Yeah, I think if we just doubled attack the Scizor that turn, or just got rid of the Abomasnow, we might have been in a better position, because we're kind of forcing our opponent to lock themselves in a different move, but unfortunately we do take an L on this one. It's kind of a bummer. Alright, yeah, fortunately we did have a really bad loss there. It was a really close game though, so can't be mad. I would have not expected it to be EQ Choice Banded Dragonite, which I'm assuming it was, because we're really bulky on our Gastrodon here. But we do have Briggs. We're running a Talonflame, Sylveon, Amoonguss, Gastrodon, Great Tusk, and Roaring Moon. It's really funny to see people running Gastrodon along with us here. Okay. I think we can possibly have a run back of what we did in game 1 with us leading Goldingo Mouse. Yeah, Arboliva does look good here again. What we need to respect is Roaring Moon. Do we bring our Roaring Moon? I think we do. So I'm tempted to bring Annihilate for their Roaring Moon if we can stall Tailwind, if they even want to set it. I think that's what we'll do. Oh, man. It was really just disheartening to see that EQ pick up, man. I feel like it was in a really good, we were in a really good position to win that, but, you know, alas, you can't win them all. And it's always good to look back and review like what you could have done better. I definitely shouldn't have double protected there on that turn where I could have been a little bit more aggressive. Alright, so we are seeing Great Tusk and Talonflame. It's Booster Energy Tusk. Uh-oh. Okay, so this EQ is going to hurt a lot. Okay. Well, because it's Booster Energy Tusk, I'm kind of tempted to Terra Goldingo here. And protect. And just go outright for Make It Rain. So I think because they're boost energy, they're just going to want to pick up the mouse and just get rid of it so it's not sitting on the field for them. Alright, let's do it. They are going to Terra. Okay. Is it steel or ground? It is ground. They're really going for the offensive pressure here. Okay, cool. So I'm kind of glad we protected Maushold here because it allows us to preserve it and also not reveal its set. So we'll see the Flying Terror come out of our Goldingo here. Okay, see the Protector on Maushold. They do see a Tailwind come out. And the EQ. Okay, awesome. Let's see how much damage this does. I was tempted to Shadow Ball there to see if I could put it in feint range, but I really want to chip the Talonflame as well. That just KOs the Great Tusk outright. Awesome. Well, that is an amazing turn one for us there. Flying Terra Goldingo showing why it is doing a great job right now with all the Great Tusk roaming around. This is why we decided to pick this Terra for this Mon. Alright, nice. Huge KO. Now, they do have the Roaring Moon in the back. I'm really tempted to just make it rain again and pop bomb the Roaring Moon. Because of what we have in the back, we're not super threatened, and because we already did so much damage into the Talonflame. Yeah, I don't see a reason to protect here or Goldingo at all either. They will go for a Will-O-Wisp here. Okay. So they are calling that we're Pop Bomb Mouse. Respectable. Good play by them. But they did not Terra, and they're going for a Night Slash. Okay. No crit either, which is nice. And they're Life Ward Roaring Moon. Okay, well, I am -1 on the Goldingo, and I'm burned on the mouse. But see, as you can see here, Roaring Moon's defense is really lackluster, and the Life Orb chip is helping us out here. So we might be able to put it in a range of this -1 Make It Rain, it looks like. We won't pick up the Talonflame at all, but we're going to do a lot of chip damage onto it again. Nice. I don't think that that'll be in range of a Feint from our Maushold, but picking up the Roaring Moon is amazing here, because we're just... These two are just sitting here, just taking out their entire team. They already wasted their Terra on the Great Tusk, and we got the clean knockout, which was nice. So let's see what their last one is. It is indeed Sylveon. Okay. I'm almost tempted to stall. I think I want to protect the Maushold here and go into Arboliva so we can preserve our Goldingo to just obliterate this Sylveon in the end game. And then if we have to double sack or just protect our Arboliva on the next turn instead of grassy terrain for us to heal up, that would be fantastic. Alright, so we will switch to Goldingo to preserve for this end game against the Sylveon with the Roaring Moon and the Mouse and stall their Tailwind. Okay, they will Braver into Arboliva. This is really actually fine because now, sure, they do a lot of damage into our Arboliva, but we set up our grassy terrain, and it looks like the Talonflame will die to recoil to that. Yep. Alright, so now it's Sylveon versus the world, which is nice. They will get a Hyper Voice off. Okay, we will lose our Arboliva here, which is fine, you know. I think that this is totally okay, and this is like part of the thing I think a lot of us like can like learn from, especially playing VGC, is that like you gotta learn when you have to sack, right? Because in the end game, you can, if I stayed in and sacked my Goldingo there, it really could choke because of how good Sylveon's natural bulk is. We're gonna go to Goldingo here. So going into Goldingo and then switching Arboliva and preserving our Goldingo for this endgame allows us to have a stronger Make It Rain, single target, right? We get to click Protect here to avoid our KO from the Sylveon and stall Tailwind. So we can have a single target Make It Rain on the turn after this. Just feinting here so we get some chip damage off into the Sylveon because I don't think Maushold can take a +1 Hyper Voice. I could be wrong though. I am indeed wrong. I am discrediting my own mouse. Shame on me. This Maushold is insane. So this is even better because again, like having these two on the field in front of this Sylveon is just gonna help us out even more. I'm just gonna go for Pop Bomb and Make It Rain. If they decide to protect, they decide to protect. They don't decide to protect, so we're gonna get a nice good old chip and a crit. With our Maushold here, and then Make It Rain should just clean up the Sylveon after this. But yeah, I do think like the turn 1 play with the knockout was huge for us there. I didn't know that our Goldingo could pick up the Great Tusk, even though yes, it's not Sash or AV or anything like that, and it wasn't super effective. But you know, Great Tusk, who knows if it was boost energy, maybe it had some bulk and he was running Tailwind. But man, Goldingo just went on a rampage there. But I do think, again, like I said, understanding the end game insight is really big there, because if I decided to stay in with our Goldingo and just decided let it get hit by that Hyper Voice, which probably would have picked up, we would have lost our Goldingo, which they targeted into Brave Bird anyway. So Goldingo would have definitely went down, and sure, Talonflame would have probably died to recoil. But at the same time, we would have forfeited a lot to get a little, in my opinion, because it just guarantees the end game by preserving our Goldingo there. But yeah, that was the set that we had for today. So let's get on to the rental code for you guys to get. All right, and here is the rental code. Big shout outs to our homie Clouds, a good friend of mine. We usually team build together, and he was able to build this team in game for me. I told him I wanted to use an Arboliva team because I wanted to make him a believer Arboliva, and I hope I helped you guys do that as well. This team was really fun to play. It also like demonstrated a little bit how like Choice Scarlet and Annihilate still can be kind of viable, even though we did take a loss in that game. But you know, Goldingo and Arboliva did get to show out, and Maushold as well. I think like Pop Bomb Mouse is still really good in this format, because it was really popular like pre-Series 1, before we knew what kind of meta we were gonna have and format we were gonna have to play in for our season. But and it kind of fell off a little bit after the beginning of Series 1 because of Rocky Helmet Rising, and Rocky Helmet kind of fell down in usage, so I figured like Pop Bomb was really nice and something to try, and it was starting to pick up because we saw more usage in it in, I think, OCIC and in Pokémon regionals. There were quite a bit, I did notice quite a bit of Mausholds after looking at the teams, but I thought it was really good even before Bochum, especially after seeing OCIC, because Pop Bomb Mouse, again, like it's something that people in Best of 1 might not expect or respect because of how many friend guard and supportive Mausholds are floating around, especially with how good they did in OCIC as well. So I wanted to take advantage of that. Gastrodon and Arboliva is kind of a combination that I want to feature more. That let me know in the comment section below if you do want to see another video with this team, because I could do another one, and if we play against a Dondozo matchup, it'll really show the strength of it with that core. And Arboliva literally can just sit there on the field in most cases against most Dondozos, which is really nice. So that's kind of what it does with Gastrodon, and Covert Cloak Gastrodon is just really good. Not being able to get hacked pretty much with Covert Cloak, and then not being able to get faked out and stuff like that is really nice at times, and then having recover is just really nice so that you're having more longevity with the Gastrodon in the field. And then obviously like Life Orb Goldingo is just, it just hits so hard, and then the Flying Terra to have a better matchup into Tusk is really good, and then having Flying Terra Roaring Moon with a booster energy with Dragon Dance allows it to have more utility and speed if you want to set it up more to just put more offensive pressure and just damage. Yeah, this is the team. If you guys enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you dropped a like and a subscription, and let me know in the comment section again what do you guys think of this team. How do you feel like it's been going for you, and what are some things that you maybe want to work on. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys on the next one. Peace.